New developments in the Delphi murders trial. Testimony today centering on the lack of DNA evidence directly connecting Richard Allen to the murders, as well as new information about the crime scene. Abby Williams and Libby German were found dead in Delphi in 2017. And today is day 9 of testimony in Richard Allen's trial.
Fox 59's Russ McQuaid and Max Lewis were in court throughout the day, and they're joining us now with some of the new details we heard.
Well, good evening. The most shocking information that has come out throughout this whole trial was testimony this afternoon by Major Pat Cicero of the LaPorte County Sheriff's Department. He is a blood spatter expert as well as a crime scene analyst, and he was able to lay out for the jury and for the courtroom how he thinks the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German went down near the Monon High Bridge off of Deer Creek on February 13th, 2017. Max, as he described it, if you can imagine a crime scene in the shape of a V, at least a good 20 feet down and across, he indicates from the blood pools that he thinks Libby is fatally assaulted over here. There's a blood pool. There's a tree right here where apparently she may have transferred with her bloody hands onto that tree, was brought down to the vortex of the V, bled out some more, and was dragged, disrobed over to a tree over here. While in the middle of that V was her best friend, Abby Williams, dressed in Libby's clothes. But it was his opinion those clothes were on Abby before she died.
Yeah, and he reviewed basically all the crime scene photos, the blood spatter. As you said, blood spatter is his expertise. I do want to point out one really horrible detail. Obviously, he based his analysis on the crime scene photos. Those were brought up in court again, which is horrible in of itself. But then he was talking about the blood spatter specifically on Libby's face and a streak that actually comes down from the corner of her eye down to about her ear. He said it believed to be blood mixed with water or liquid of some kind. His opinion was that it was a tear that she shed at some point while she was being brutally murdered, and the reaction from the courtroom was visceral. You could hear just sort of a gasp, a movement, and then you saw Becky Patty, her grandmother, just fall into her knees and crying. Some of the jurors, you could see their eyes starting to water up. One juror just putting his head down during that. The other thing is he was analyzing Abby Williams as well, and that was sort of the enigma in all this, is that Abby Williams had no blood on her hands at all. I mean, which he said was remarkable. It's something he said he's never seen, extremely unusual, and there was really no explanation for why that was, other than that she did not, reach for her throat when it was slashed, as he said is a natural reaction. So, but still no explanation for how that happened.
Well, he also said it likely took Abby 5 to 10 minutes to pass.
Right.
Once that happened. So we saw all that information. It came out. It was very emotional in the courtroom. But from where you sat, you had a better look at Richard Allen than I did. I really couldn't discern any reaction from him.
No, I didn't really see anything other than, he normally sits there, is pretty stoic, takes notes, and things like that. But it didn't really have any reaction that I could see. Obviously, his back is facing to me, but nothing sort of out of the ordinary.
Now, earlier in the day, we also heard from an Indiana State Police crime lab specialist, a DNA specialist. She said there was no evidence of any of Richard Allen's DNA at the crime scene on the bodies of the girls, and more importantly, she said in 2022 she received items seized from Richard Allen's house during a search warrant: boots, jacket, carpeting from his automobile, and knives
as well.
And she said she found absolutely no DNA from the girls or their blood on any of those items. Some of them, I guess, could have been thrown in the dumpster and tossed away. But on the car, that blood would have stayed in the car, because one of the other witnesses earlier this week, Sarah Carbaugh, said she thought she saw blood on Bridge Guy's lower pant leg. That would have obviously soaked into the carpet of the car.
Yeah, a lot of questions about that, and really just, saying again what we have heard many times before, that there is absolutely no DNA in this case connecting Richard Allen to the crime scene, connecting the girls to Richard Allen. The other thing is the defense has asked quite a bit about crime scene integrity. I know when they were questioning the crime scene investigators and everything else. We did learn today that there was a male DNA profile found on the sweatshirt that Abby Williams was wearing. They went so far as to enter it into CODIS, the National DNA Database. They were sure that this was possibly their person, only to come to find out that it was an employee of the state lab, which they said could include state troopers as well. The DNA that they have maintained of their employees, it did end up matching with an employee, so no explanation also for how it got there.
We will be back here tomorrow. You can't see over my shoulder, but believe it or not, there are people lined up right now to get into the courtroom tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow, it is quite possible we may hear that 3 hours of videotaped interviews of Richard Allen with investigators. We heard about it on Saturday. The judge said to the jury, you'll hear it next week. It's quite possible we will finally hear Richard Allen's own words on videotape talking to officers in the wake of his arrest for the murders of Abby and Libby. We'll be here covering it all for you. We'll bring you more later tonight in Delphi. For Max Lewis, I'm Russ McQuaid, Fox 59 News.